Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, a cat, with no pants on because I couldn't be bothered to try and find pants that I wanted to wear, so I just grabbed a jacket. You know what time it is? We're back here with another smoke session. I had such a wonderful response from you guys for the past other episode. I know we talked about hip-hop stuff, but I don't want my smoke sessions to just be limited to like drama like that. But I wanted to talk about Shane Dawson and his docu-series. I know I'm late, I know I'm late as fuck, but I want to talk about it, and about Jake Paul and Erica Costello and like that whole stupid. I know you probably don't give a fuck, but I think it's fascinating. I think the whole situation within itself is fascinating. But before I dive into that, before I say anything at all, make sure that you hit the description box down below because you might like my cleavage, you might like my fishnets, you might like the fact that I don't have pants on. Either or, if you're 18 plus, you should buy my porn. But anyway, my whole thing with Shane Dawson's series on Jake Paul was very difficult for me to watch. Let me be transparent. I have been a fan of Shane Dawson since like 2009 or 10 for a long time, since his Shenane videos. Like I've said in past videos, I thought that his Shenane videos were funny as fuck. I didn't see the offense in them till later on, but even then, I appreciate the fact that he apologized about it. I've seen him at his highest high and his lowest low. And right now, arguably speaking, this is the most successful he's ever been. I didn't check, but last time I watched something, apparently he's at 129 million total views for the entire Jake Paul documentary, and that's insane. Think about that. That's not like controlled television, as in like you have no choice over whatever you see comes on your screen. You just have to stick with what you choose. These are people actively seeking out and wondering about this one human being because of Shane. And I'm still of the firm belief of I don't think Shane should have done the documentary from an integrity standpoint. Because if I were in Shane's position, I personally, after doing research, and I love Shane, but I do not think he did his research. I don't think he did nearly enough research. However, he did speak with iNeighbor, and, or iNabber, it's either iNeighbor or iNabber. If you don't know who that is, I'll put a link to his channel in the description box down below. He doesn't need it, he doesn't need it at all, but he's just really dope. And when I saw him pop up in Shane's docu-series, I freaked the fuck out. Yeah, shit! Because he picked a wonderful person. But with that, iNeighbor knows a lot that Jake Paul has done. So it's either Shane ignored it purposefully, was too emotionally overwhelmed because he feels a lot of empathy. He's like the opposite of a sociopath. I think it's like empath. I'll put it on the screen. Which is why I'm not gonna attack Shane for how he handled Jake Paul during the documentary, because think about it, put yourself in Shane's shoes. His childhood was very similar to Jake Paul's childhood, so of course he's going to relate to him. And at the end of the day, everybody is human, and Shane has a really wonderful way of seeing the good in everyone, you know? So of course he's gonna see Jake Paul's situation, and of course he's gonna empathize with him, you know what I mean? Of course that's what's going to happen. Of course he's gonna try to go in there without a biased viewpoint, but of course we shouldn't be surprised. That's why we love Shane. We love Shane because of his heart. That's why we love him. That's why people keep going back to his channel, because you can tell he still has a heart. You can tell he doesn't just do it for the money. Yeah, money is an incentive. I'm sure that was part of the incentive with Jake Paul, I'm sure. But he makes videos that he wants to create. Because at the same way that I'm sure that there was money, that money was a factor in this, because money is a factor in everything for a lot of people, because YouTube's a business, you know what I'm saying? Shane, in his past videos, Shane had always wondered about Jake Paul and Logan Paul. A lot of us did. That's the thing. I feel like that's something that a lot of us don't feel like admitting, but we've all wondered, is it real? I know, I'll admit it. I'll 100%. I've never been a Jake Paul fan. I've never been a Logan Paul fan, but at one point I did tolerate Logan Paul. That has jumped out the goddamn window. Suicide, just like his bullshit with Suicide Forest. Video for another day. I 100% sometimes with some of the scandals genuinely wondered, like, is it real? How could someone, sometimes I just couldn't fathom it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, of all people to to do an expose on Jake Paul, I would have preferred somebody that had no impact, that had no power, because unfortunately all Shane did was increase Jake Paul's pockets, and Jake Paul's behavior hasn't changed. He still advertises to kids. They're advertisements. He's not stupid also, by the way. He blatantly lied in Shane's video when he said that he's not trying to manipulate children. He literally had a business channel where he talked about and went to conferences where he talks about how to manipulate, how to utilize the audience, how to utilize social media to sell, to make money, to make coin. That's his whole goal. His whole goal is to make coin, to become a billionaire from this. Fucking, I remember when he said that shit, I literally was like, my jaw dropped. Like, dude, at least be transparent, be real. Like, say, yeah, it's merch. You're trying to sell merch. Your audience is kids, and you're trying to sell merch to the kids. It's fucked up, but just be honest about it. It's Jake Paul, why would he be honest about it? I'm not saying I don't empathize with Jake Paul. Look at his family, look what he went through. Look at his relationship with Logan Paul. I feel like their relationship needs a lot of repair, just from an outsider looking in. Even Logan Paul admitted that they don't talk as much. What Logan Paul did to Jake was fucked up. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Logan Paul slept with Alyssa Violet. They both confirmed that shit. That's fucked. Like, imagine the person that you're in love with, or not, at least the person, I think he was in love with Alyssa. Based off the practical mental breakdown he had, and kept, like, he wouldn't let it go. I feel like there was some love there for her. He's just, you can love someone, but you can also be really shitty to that person. And I've had to learn that. Just because you love someone, or just because someone loves you, doesn't mean that person can't hurt you. The potential to hurt is there. The potential to hurt is always there. It's whether or not they're gonna act on it. And if they don't act on it, that just shows how wonderful of a person they are. If they act on it. But regardless of the fact, they're both highly intelligent individuals, and if they would, both Jake Paul and Logan Paul, if they would both re-examine their lives and do things differently, the world would be a much better place. But of course they're not going to do that, because money is money. What the fuck do I know? I'm just a cat who's smoking a blunt talking about this bullshit on the internet. But anyway, I digress. I'm sure Jake has had a lot of fucked up things happen to him, okay? But that does not excuse his action. Those are not excuses at all. He's a proper functioning adult, and he's intelligent. He's highly intelligent. There are things you should and should not do, and he should be held accountable for his actions, and he has not been held accountable. He hasn't, barely, maybe 20-30%, but he's still on his pedestal. Same with Logan Paul. They both haven't been held accountable for, but that's part of a whole bigger problem with YouTube in general. If you fall under a stereotype, white passing, light-skinned, Eurocentric features, and you're making them a lot of fucking money, you're gonna be put on the trending page, period. I don't care how problematic you are. Look on the trending page, how many times do you see someone black? How many times do you see a person of color but they're dark-skinned? I'm not saying that skin color matters when it comes to what race you are. No, but what I'm saying is colorism is real. Colorism is in every fucking industry, period. And I'll recognize my privilege. I do have privilege. Even though I'm not the lightest, the way I do my makeup, my wigs, how I come off, 100% I get those fucking messages from guys. Oh, you're not like other black girls. I get that, and I hate that shit. It's disgusting. I'll get jobs because you don't sound black. I'd be the only black person working in so many fucking places. So many. I've had so many jobs, and that fucking breaks my heart. It's bullshit. Colorism is so real. But that's another giant conversation for another day. If you experience colorism, please comment down below. I know we totally derailed off the subject, but that's what happens when you're getting high with me and we're smoking a blunt. Like, come on now. Going way back to Shane. Shane's docuseries was amazing though. I watched a video from the Film Theory. I believe that's what it is. I'll link the video down below, and it blew me because at first, you guys know during the lives I talk about it, I was really mad at Shane for how he portrayed Jake during the documentary. I was very angry. I was like, that's not a documentary. There weren't the facts weren't there. You didn't press him enough. Blah blah blah. I was so angry. But then after watching Film Theory, I was put in my place. I was rightfully put in my place. Did you guys know documentaries don't have to be true? Yeah, Look it up at the Sundance film, or I guess not Sundance, whatever place that they official documentary place, whatever the fuck. I'm sorry, I'm stoned. Look it up. Documentaries do not have to be true, apparently, or like to qualify to be a documentary. And this was told from Shane's perspective. Shane's a storyteller. Who are we to sit here and dictate what he creates? Who gave us this entitlement? I always preach about how we put too much pressure on YouTubers. If YouTubers want to do something, let them do something. If they're not inherently harming anyone else, it's their channel. Who are we? If they're proud of it, they're proud of it. And Shane was proud of it, and he did a damn good job. He hooked 129 million people onto that series to keep coming back and watching. He did a phenomenal fucking job. He's really talented. So even though I don't agree with Shane's decision to put Jake Paul in his, or to put Jake Paul on, to give Jake Paul a spotlight, or I don't agree with how he executed it, it's not my place because it's not my channel. I do stand by, I wish Shane would have considered the impact that he would have, because now Jake Paul's pockets are bigger. Whatever, man, get your bag, I guess. I mean, I'm putting your name in the tag in this, and then if people watch it and this video doesn't get demonetized, that's more money in my pocket. So at the end of the day, who am I? I'm being transparent here, but I still want to talk about it. But still, it's still a benefit to me. So I'm not getting a bag though. You're getting a bag. I'm getting a plastic bag floating through the wind. I did it. I'm stoned. We came full circle. We said the point of this video, my stance. Wow. I did it, guys. Please leave a like for me, like thumbs up, like I did it. If you are still here, wow, applause. I can't believe you did it. You joined me on this long journey. Thank you so much for watching. I hope my thoughts were coherent. People apparently like seeing me stoned, and I like getting stoned with you guys. I like having this chill time with you guys. We used to go live and do this all the time. I do miss talking to you guys in real time, but I do like having this connection with you guys. If you like this kind of content, please make sure you leave a like. If you would like me to speak on anything else, or you want to talk about anything else, please make sure to leave a comment down below. Feel free to leave me your thoughts. What do you think on the whole documentary? You don't have to agree with me at all. Like, that's not the point. If you disagree with me, go ahead, leave it down in the comment section down below. I'd like to start a discussion. I'd like to talk to you about it, because we friends here. We a part of the kitty cult. We fam. Alright, bye. Oh wait, no. I love you guys. Bye.